Hey guys, I've got a short barrel rifle here. We've got a Seekins Precision 10.5 inch heavy barrel, a Gemtech Trek T suppressor, a Vortex Razor 1:6 scope, and what I want to do today is check the tracking of the scope. So I'm going ahead and zeroed the scope, and what I'm going to do is crank in 10 MOA, shoot again, measure where the hits go, another 10 MOA, and check that. Now I'm shooting at 50 yards, so those 10 MOA changes in the scope setting should move about 5 inches at 50 yards. Now my target is kind of interesting. It says it's got 1 inch squares, very, very close to 1 MOA squares, and the difference is an MOA measures at 100 yards 1.047. It's very close to 1 1/16 of an inch, and when I measure those, they're very close to 1 1/16, so that's good. So I'm going to fire 2 shots after I crank in the elevation. Okay, I've dialed in 10 MOA and I'm ready to shoot. I'm going to shoot 2 shots each, and let me just say that this is probably not the best way to do this, that is shooting and elevate and shoot. Your shooting accuracy comes into play. A better way is to lock the rifle down really good. Probably a lead sled would be good for this. And you get it on target and you adjust the height so you're at the bottom, and you can just turn the clicks and watch the reticle move up or down the target, and it takes the shooting part out. Well, I don't have any way to anchor this down so I can run that in. No matter how careful I am, the rifle's going to move. So I'm going to shoot and see how it goes. It felt like 2 good shots. Okay guys, here we go. My first shot was here. This is my first pair. I'm shooting 2 shots at each increment, and I was a little bit low, so I cranked in a quarter MOA. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can see it hit right on it. That's a good pair. And then I cranked in 10 more, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a little shy of 5. I suspect if I reshot that, it'd be better. It's a decent little pair, but it's below the line, and I may go up 2 more MOA and see if they go up at the top. I'm suspicious that might just be a shooter error. Okay, I just ran up. Actually, I went 12 MOA. You recall I had 1 pair that looked a little bit low at 10 MOA. So I dialed in another MOA and shot, and then dialed in another MOA and shot, and we'll go look at those 2 groups. They'll be above the other one. What I wanted to do is spot check, see if it was the scope or me. And what I did next is dialed in 1 MOA of change to the right, and I wanted to come back down. So from that top position I came back down actually 2 MOA. I was running out of ammo, and then I came down 5, and then I came down 5, and we'll go look and see how the tracking looks. Alright guys, here's the test. Let me see if I can zoom out any to, yeah. I started here, and I was a little bit low, so I dialed in about 1/4 of an inch on my scope. Then I cranked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and got a good hit right here. Then I came up 5 more, and I didn't get a good hit on the line here. So I dialed in 2 more, and you can see I've pretty well split that line. And I dialed in, I said 2 more, 1 more, and then I dialed in 1 more, and I kind of split the line there. That's a wide group, but the elevation's what I'm looking at, and it's pretty much right on. So from there I dialed in an MOA to the right and dialed down 2 MOA, and I hit right here. And then I dialed down 5 MOA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hit right on the line. That's a pretty tight pair. And then I dialed in 5 MOA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hit right here. So I checked my tracking going up and then over and then down, and I'll be honest, I'm super pleased with the tracking. I think it's right on. By the way, that's some of the hits. This was a experiment. You can see I got 3 shots there. That was 1, 2 that I sighted in on. After I shot these, I had 1 shot left over, so I decided to shoot it and hit right there. So pleased as punch with this ammo, this gun, and especially the scope tracking. That's I've seen scopes not do that well, but it's tracking up and it's tracking back down, so that's good.